Okay, the four main subsystems of computer system. First one is hardware, tangible, allala balanna puluwan dewal. The second one is software, logical or intangible instructions, not just instructions, related data structures and documentation. Must say these three in A levels. අනිත් ඒවාදී නම් O level වලදී වගේ මේක කිව්වම ඇති. හැබැයි A level වලදී you have to tell related data structures as well as documentation. So next thing is firmware. Installed in the firm. Any kind of hardware. Mobile phone එකක් ගත්තා, TV එකක් ගත්තා, remote එකක්, printer එකක්, hard disk එකක්, pen drive එකක්, memory card එකක්. So for an example, if you get 4 GB memory card, you will not see 4 GB. It's 3.9 somewhere. 4 GB හම්බුණාට 4 GB මනේ මෙනේ 3.9 විතර තමයි 3.8 වගේ තමයි හම්බෙන්නේ because the need space for firmware වලටයි file system එකටයි space ඕන. So we are using only the remaining, not 4 GB. Even though it is produced at 4 GB, we are using 3.8 3.9 GB from that because other part is reserved for firmware. ඉතුරු ටික firmware වලටයි මේකේ මේ file system එකටයි යනවා. ඉතුරු ටික firmware වලටයි file system එකටයි යනවා. That's right. Okay, then liveware, people who use the system. And so basically, then the last one, 1.5. So, and 1.5 is basically data collection methods and data processing life cycle. Okay, what are the components of data processing? So what are the components of data processing? So this is not related to this one. Components of data processing. Okay, let me write, this is a subheading. You can write data processing life cycle and under that write the subheading components of data processing. This is a subheading, okay? Under data processing life cycle, this is a subheading, components of data processing. So what are the components of data processing? The first thing I'm writing in point format, the first thing is you have to data capturing and input. Here we use input devices. So what is number 2? What is
Stores data.
Sorry. After capturing, directly storing. After capturing,
Processing.
yeah. Before processing, you have to. So in between processing and storage, that's one thing. Data capturing and input, and in between data processing and capturing, there's one thing. Data representation. Memorizing. So this is basically memory. Data representation. Representation means when you capture, okay, when you capture data, okay, for an example, okay, think that you want to, you want to prepare a fried rice. You want to prepare a fried rice. Then badagini done. But anyway, you want to prepare a fried rice. Isala මොකක්ද ඔයාලා කරන්නේ? ඕනක ingredients ටික capture කරන්න ඕන. Fried rice වල rice බත් ටික ගන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ එළවලු vegetables. But ඒ ගත්තට, so what you have to do is you have to represent. Represent means you have to actually show in that. For an example, carrot. You have to wash and take it. That is not before processing. Actually, you have to memorize that, and then only you have data processing. Data processing. This is actually data preparation part. Data representation and memorizing. It is everywhere. Representation in representation. Fried rice එකක් අපි හිතමු හාල් උරේ තියෙද්දි එක representation එකක්. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක හොදලා ගනිද්දි තව representation එකක්. ඒක ස්ටීම් කරාට පස්සේ තව representation එකක්. ඒක fry කරාට පස්සේ තව representation එකක්. So likewise, representation is everywhere. That is where you, representation means that is where you change the original view and adapt this according to the computer's point of view. Then data processing. You have processing device for that. And after data processing, then what? Then the storage. You said that. Data storage. That is also important. That is storage devices. Then, yes, data presentation, data or information presentation. That is where output devices play its role. There's sixth one. Can you tell me the sixth one? Data capturing and input, then data representation, memorizing, data processing, data storage. Finally, one thing missing. What is final? What is the last one? Yes. Input කරා, process කරා, memory එකේ තියාගත්තා, store කරා, output කරා, තවත් මොනවද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ? What I'm doing now is what? After input, after process, after memorize, after storage, after presentation, after output, what I have to do? Hello? Netuli? ඇහෙනව නේද ඔයගලන්ට? Tiasha?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Last one. Data?
Gathering. Can't remember.
Gathering is capturing. Data communication. So very easy. The final is data communication. You have to communicate this data, otherwise, how you transfer data from one place to another place? After processing in your computer, what you have to do, data communication, the final communication devices. Okay, then data processing life cycle is, okay, data processing life cycle, basically what we do in data processing life cycle. So these are the data components of data processing. So can you please write down this? Please write down this. Hello, ඉවරද ලියලා?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then when it comes to data processing life cycle, I would like to include this one, this image. These are the basic stages. So this is actually breakdown of certain things, and okay. So we basically recognize these steps. So data input, okay, data input. Input, it includes collection, capturing, encoding, transmission. So that's it. That's why I said it includes representation, everything. Collection, capturing, encoding means representation, transmission, and communication. That is also part of input. And data processing of instruction and transforming raw data to information. Output, decoding. Decoding means whatever you encoded, now you have to decode. What do you really mean by encoding and decoding? Okay, for an example, when you type A, letter A, the encoding format of letter A is this. And when you decode that, you will get letter A. Right? Encoding means convert into some code, convert into some format where computers can recognize. Decoding means convert into the format where what their people can recognize, where people can recognize. Converted encoding means convert into the format where computers can recognize. Decoding means convert to the format where people can recognize. That's why it's presentation to the user. And I think better you draw this as well. And if you have any difficult words, please write down. What is encoding? I'll write it down. Encoding. Convert into the format where computers can read easily. Decoding. Convert into the format where people can read easily. That is called decoding. Okay, quickly write down stages of data processing life cycle and then write down 4 stages: input, process, storage, and output. Input, process, storage, and so order can be different, no? Input, process, storage, and output, or someone can write input, process, output, and storage. Why this is a cyclic process? After storage, again one day you have to input that data or input that, and because this is information, whatever produce information, value of information will be diminishing with the time. So after some time it will become data. It will again become data. Then you have to start processing from data collection, capturing again from the beginning, processing, output, and storage. Right now we know about data processing life cycle, and next we have to learn about data collection methods, data capturing methods, and data processing methods likewise. So we have to learn this 1.5 is about data collection formats, collection methods, capturing methods. That means how we can input. So basically, what are the methods that we can input? We can input data as to computer. We can input with sensors. So you can input with sensors. Data can be input with sensors. Can be given using x, y coordinates, using pointing devices. Can be given or can be fed, can be given as textual data using keyboard. Not just that, input with the sensors can be given as textual data, and not just that. So what are the other methods? Can be given through scanners. There are different scanners. So what are the scanners? Different scanners that you know. What are the different scanners that you know? Please talk, contribute. Yes?
Flatbed scanner.
Flatbed scanner, that means normal scanner, flatbed scanner, and you have handheld scanners. These are types actually. But other than these, you have barcode readers, QR code readers, and not just that, you have magnetic card වල එහෙම තියෙන magnetic stripe readers. Card වල එහෙම පිටිපස්සේ තියෙන magnetic stripe එක. And you have optic OMR or O level paper, එහෙම O level paper, A level paper, MCQ mark කරන්න. Those are called optical mark readers. It can be magnetic ink check වල හැම තියෙනවා character readers, and it can be magnetic resource imaging. Many. What is magnetic resource imaging? MRI කියලා කියන්නේ. Medical field එකේ තියෙන MRI scan කියලා කියන්නේ. Magnetic resource imaging. Ultrasound. X-ray. Ultrasound. X-ray. Magnetic resource imaging. Ultrasound. X-ray. Okay, those are some scanner formats. 3D scanners. 3D scanners. And you can input as sound. Line in, microphone, sounds, true, line in, microphone, and MIDI. What is MIDI? MIDI කියන්නේ මොනවද? keyboard එකකින් ගහලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් sounds. ඒකට කියනවා musical instrument digital interface කියලා. Can be input as MIDI. Input with sensors, with XY coordinates using pointing devices, textual, and you can give as images and video through webcam and cameras. Okay, various type of scanners are there. Various type of audio inputs, video inputs are there. Various type of textual inputs. Pointing devices. Pointing devices කියවම mouse, joystick, touchpad, touchscreen, light pen. All are under pointing devices. ඕනම screen එකේ ඕනම තැනකට යන්න පුළුවන් devices. Those are called pointing devices. All these are examples for data collection methods. Data collection methods. Or data input methods. Actually, when it comes to data collection methods, we have many. Data collection methods means how data can be collected. Data can be collected through databases. Data can be collected, database is organized way. Data can be collected through monitoring, screening. Data can be collected through capturing. Data can be collected through feeding into the system. Can be collected through surveys, through internet, by, so what else? Those are also data collection methods. So these are actually devices. Using, better right, using devices. So these are the methods using devices. When you connect, think about using devices. So these are the methods. But when it comes to methodologies, there are several methodologies to collect data. So why I'm doing this? Because I have to finish the theory lesson. Then the most interested one is the number systems. Can go to that after finishing this. Can go to that after finishing this. Okay. So shall we move to the next one? Okay, so these things, so data collection methods, please write down, okay? What are the methods? Sources. I'll give it as a question. Find data capturing sources. Find data capturing sources. That will be a question. That is also data collection method. And data collection methods can be manual, electronic, or mechanical. Manual, electronic, or mechanical. You can use manual method, electronic methods, and mechanical methods to collect data. Okay, so let's move to the next one. I think it's finished writing. Let's move to the next one. And now actually, the last topic for this lesson is where computer or ICT is used. So I would like to ask from you. So rather than giving information to you, I would like to ask from you. Where ICT is used? कोई तैंगल ICT use करण?
Health field देखिए,
Health, yeah, correct. What else?
agriculture,
Agriculture, correct.
educational,
Education, correct. All health, agriculture, and education. That's all. Okay, this is the banking, financing, e-commerce. Less. So you can write anything. So this is open question. You can write anything. If you write transportation, that is correct. If you write sports, that is correct. Entertainment, yes, watching movies, watching sounds, listening to some songs, watching movies. Entertainment, correct. Games, entertainment. Agriculture, yes, correct. Education, correct. Banking, correct. Finance, correct. Scientific researchers, correct. Data mining, correct. And maybe in the mining industry, like oil refineries, maybe mining for minerals. Yes, we are using geography. Yes. Then what about weather forecasting? Yes. Future prediction? Yes. 3D modeling? Yes. And apparel industry? Yes. So you can name anything. So any of these industries, it's used. So I'm not going to give the note. I'll show some applications instead of giving a note. I'll show some applications because it's not easy to finish this. It's everywhere, right? In advertising, in learning and teaching, and so it's used in many ways, right? Let me show a few examples in transportation. So in modern transportation, with ICT, you can see. So this is one example. This each of these vehicles can share information. Each of these vehicles can share information to each other, where the traffic resides, directions, speed. ඒ ඔක්කොම යාලට පුළුවන් IoT කියලා කියනවා අපි. It can share information, right? All these vehicles. So I have nice video, but unfortunately I'll share it to you. I have nice video. I'll share it to your Edmodo group and WhatsApp. So basically the Edmodo group, I'll share that. And okay, in education, it plays vital role. For an example, if you want to learn logic gates, you can go to logic.ly/demo. And you can practically learn this. You can experience logic gates. Rather than go and learn, you can experience that. Go to AND gate. So can you remember the logic of AND gate? You learn this in science. IT වලටත් තියෙනවා, science වලටත් තියෙනවා. AND gate එකේ මොකක්ද විශේෂත්වය? AND gate එක 1 දෙන්නේ මොන වෙලාවටද? Yes. තියෙනවා නේද? science වලට තියෙනවා. O level science වලට තියෙනවා. If all inputs are 1, and will produce 1, you can create this circuit. If both are 1, this will produce 1. එතකොට මෙතන input 3ක් තිබ්බනම් ඒ තුනම 1 වෙන්න ඕන. If all are 1, that will produce 1. අනිත් වෙලාවට බිඳුවයි. You can test this. Yeah. You can test. You can combine. You can combine logic gates. මේකට not gate එකක් දාලා වඩ combine කරලා බලන්න ඕන. You can combine that. The නිල් පාටෙන් පේනවා current එක යන හැටි. If you off this, It will not pass current from here to here, but not will invert, no. Therefore it will work. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ඔයාලට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, assume that you are learning science. or science ඉගෙන ගන්න student කෙනෙක්. P table. Go to ptable.com. And this is interactive periodic table. ආවර්තිත වගුව තියෙන interactive. එතකොට ඔයා දැන් science ඉගෙන ගන්නවා නම් you are not learning science, I know that. But you can learn about electrons. මේ electron වල තියෙන අර තියෙන කාක්ෂික මට්ටම කියලා. මේ තියෙන්නේ සමහරට ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහලත් ඇති. එතකොට SPD ගොනු කියලා තියෙනවා. මේ තියෙන්නේ මේ එක එක කාක්ෂික මට්ටම් වල ඉලෙක්ට්‍රෝන පිරෙන හැටි. මේ ඉලෙක්ට්‍රෝන හතරක් තියෙනවා. ඒක පිරෙන හැටි බෙරිලියම්, සෝඩියම්. S වල පිරෙන හැටි P කාක්ෂිකේ මේ පාට වලින් දෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මොනවාද isotopes කියලා කියන්නේ in සිංහල that is එකම කියනවා සමස්ථානික. Likewise you can find compounds කියන්නේ දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට අපි දැම්මොත් කාබනුයි කාබන් දානවා ඔක්සිජන් දානවා කාබනුයි ඔක්සිජනුයි දැම්මම මොනවද හදන්න පුළුවන් මේ පැත්තේ හැදෙනවා මේ කාබන් මොනොක්සයිඩ් ඒක ගැන අපිට ස්ටඩි කරන්න පුළුවන් කාබන් මොනොක්සයිඩ් කියන්නේ මොන වගේ එකක්ද මේ තියෙන කාබන් අණුවකුයි ඔක්සයිඩ් එක ඔක්සිජන් අණුවකුයි කාබන් අණුවකුයි හරි එතකොට ඒකෙන් හැදෙන කාබන් මොනොක්සයිඩ් ගැන ඔන්න විස්තරයක් තියෙනවා. ඒවාට ඕනනම් කාබනුයි ඔක්සිජන් දෙකකුයි දැම්මම කාබන් ඩයොක්සයිඩ් හැදෙනවා. CO2. මේක ගැන ඔයාලට ඔක්සිජන් දෙකක් සෙට් වෙලා කාබන් ඩයොක්සයිඩ් හැදෙනවා. එතකොට මේකට තියෙන අනික් නේම්ස් මොනවාද? එක එක ඩ්‍රයි අයිස් කියලා කියනවා වෙඩින් වල එහෙම දාන්නේ අර දුම් යන්නේ. දානවා නේද කිරි කල උතුරවද්දි ඔය වෙඩින් වලට දානවා මම දැකලා තියෙනවා කිරි කල වල එහෙම ඩ්‍රයි අයිස් දාලා වතුර දානවා ඩ්‍රයි අයිස් කියන්නේ solid carbon dioxide ඒකට වතුර දැම්මම අර දුම වගේ යනවා carbon dioxide so that is dry ice ඉතින් ඔයාලට ඕන හදන්නත් පුළුවන් fire extinguishers තියෙන fire extinguisher එක ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට liquid විදියට ගිනි නිවන මේවල තියෙන carbon dioxide එකක් තියෙනවා ඉතින් ඒක අර කොටන් රෙදි කෑල්ලකට හරි මාක් හරි තද කරලා ඒක ප්‍රෙස් කරාම කොටන් රෙදි කෑල්ලේ ඉතිරි වෙනවා dry ice. I have just tested. මම නිකන් ආසාවට කරලා බලලා ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා. Not because I'm doing science. I did science for my A levels, but not now. Right? But I have done experiments. මට experiments කරන්න ඕන වෙලාවට මම experiments කරලා බලලා තිනවා. First I did experiments using computers. Then I applied. So not only that, if you want to learn sports, there are ways. If you want to learn about meditation, you can just go to internet and learn. E-business. So in Sri Lanka, you have ikman.lk. ඔය ගොඩක් තියෙන්නේ පාවිච්චි කරපුවා විකුණන්න එහෙම තියනවානේ ikman.lk. මට කියන්නේ මේ ikman.lk කාගේ කම්පැනියක්ද? කාටද අයිති? මේක ලංකාවේද නැත්නම් වෙන රටක එකක්ද ඔයාලා හිතන විදියට? හෙලෝ උත්තර දෙන්න අපිට තව විනාඩි 5ක් විතර තියෙන්නේ. yes ලංකාවේද වෙන කාගේ හරිද? ඔයාලට හිතන එක කියන්නේ. ikman.lk
ලංකාවේ
අපිට හිතන්නේ ලංකාවේ කියලා. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස් කරන හැටියට. මාත් හිතුවේ ලංකාවේ කියලා. හැබැයි මට මේ බංග්ලාදේශ වලට යන්න හම්බුණා මම රිසොෆ්ට් එකේ වැඩ කරනකොට ඒ බංග්ලාදේශ වල අලුතෙන් අපි බ්‍රාන්ච් එකක් පටන් ගත්තා ඒගොල්ලන්ව ට්‍රේන් කරන්න මට යන්න හම්බුණා ඒ ටීම් එක ට්‍රේන් කරන්න මම එහෙ ගියාම මම අහුවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස් කරන්නේ කොහොමද කිව්වා මේගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද මේකේ තමයි ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස් කරන්න කියලා මට මෙන්න මේ සයිට් එක පෙන්නුවා මම ඔයාලටත් පෙන්නන්නකො bigcroy.com bigcroy.com මොකක් වගේද ඔයාලට පේන්නේ මේක bigcroy.com දැන් මේ ටිකකට කලින් දැක්ක ඒක වගේම තමයි නේද ඒකම නේද hello
yes sir
same thing නේ bigcroy.com එතකොට මම බැලුවා බංග්ලාදේශේ උන් ලංකාවට ඇවිල්ලාද ලංකාවෙන් බංග්ලාදේශ ගිහිල්ලා කියලා මම ඊට පස්සේ කෝකටත් බලනකොට මේ පල්ලෙහෙන් තියෙනවා මේක කවුද මේ කරන්න කියලා මේ තියෙන්නේ මේකේ මේකේ තියෙනවා මේ soul side technologies. ඊට පස්සේ මම පොඩ්ඩක් ගිහිල්ලා බලුවා soul side technologies කියන්නේ කවුද? හරි soul side technologies කියලා කිව්වම මම එන්නේ. This is a company, soul side technologies. Yeah, they have branches. There are some other places, but basically, this company is not Sri Lankan company. This team is basically you can go and see. This company is it's in Bangalore, but earlier days this was in Sweden. Now they have changed, I think. Earlier days this was in Sweden. Now in Bangalore. Ganang වැඩි හින්දා Bangalore වල කරන්න ඇති. But here these are the markets. They have Bangladesh market, Ghana. Earlier days they had Nigeria. Now in Ghana and Sri Lanka. හැබැයි ඉන්නේ කොහෙවත්? බැංගලෝරේ ඉඳන් බංග්ලාදේශයේ යන ගානා වලයි ශ්‍රී ලංකාවලටයි පාවිච්චි කරපු බඩු විකුණනවා. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා බංග්ලාදේශ ලංකාව සහ ගානා කියන රටවල් කැමති පාවිච්චි කරපු බඩු ආපහු පාවිච්චි කරන්න. So they are selling products in, but their business is not in Sri Lanka. ඕක තමයි මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් වල තියෙන වාසිය e-business. ඔයාලට ලංකාවේ ඉඳන් වෙන කොහේ හරි තැනක business එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඇමරිකාවට බඩු විකුණන්න පුළුවන් ලංකාවේ ඉඳන්. ඇමරිකාවෙම සමහරට wholesale කෙනෙක්ගෙන් අරගෙන නැත්නම් චයිනා වල wholesale කෙනෙක්ගෙන් අරගෙන ඇමරිකාවට විකුණන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයා ඉන්නේ ලංකාවේ. Doesn't matter. eBay is something like that. eBay එකේ වාට ලිස්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන් චයිනා වල තියෙන බඩුවක්. ඇමරිකාවේ එක්කෙනෙක් ඇවිල්ලා ඒක අරන් යනවා. චයිනා වලින් කෙලින්ම ඇමරිකාවට ship කරනවා. But you as the middle person earn some money. That is called drop shipping. ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු කරන දේවල් වල දැකලා නැහැ නේද මයික් අප් වෙන්නේ. Mango leaves. අඹ කොළ වලින් මේ ටී එකක් හදනවා වෙන රටවල් වල. තේ එකක් පාවිච්චි. ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු තේ බොන්නේ නැහැ අඹ කොළ වලින්. ඉතින් ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු මොකද කරන්නේ? අඹ කොළ රට යවනවා. Using eBay. See the opportunities. These mango leaves in Sri Lanka, from Sri Lanka. Here, how many mango leaves? 30 dried, 30 fresh dried. වේලපු අඹ කොළ 30ක්. කීයද? ඩොලර් 6 ඉඳන් ඩොලර් 6 12 කියන්නේ රුපියල් 2000ක් විතර. shipping අයින් කරාම රුපියල් 1000ක්. ඉතින් වේලපු අඹ කොළ 30ක් රුපියල් 1000ට විකුණනවා ගන්නවා කියන්නේ it's a big thing. So this is selling from Sri Lanka. Selling from Sri Lanka. 10 dried. So this is the cheapest. 10 dried mango leaves. And because anyone, when someone, සමහරවිට මේ මගේ student කෙනෙක් වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Because when I saw these things to my students, they also start copying. Can be one of our students started this for cheap price, disrupting the market. Right? තියෙන market එකත් කඩලා දානවා හදන්නේ. Anyway, likewise, so this is e-business. E-business, e-commerce, e-education. Education දැක්කනවා. E-education and e-learning, computer assisted teaching, computer assisted learning. There are many things you can do using. Okay, for an example, if you want to learn music online, you can go and learn guitar interactive, and you can learn playing guitar interactive. You can go and learn guitar in online. And if you want to play keyboard online, online piano, you can just go to online pianist and start playing. This is guitar if you want to learn chording. This is piano. So likewise, if you want to learn music, still IT helps. So in education, it plays vital role and it used everywhere. So please find out more usages. I'll show you more examples and I'll share the video with you. Next day, we can discuss many things about ICT usage. And with that, I'll finish this first lesson next day and we'll go for the new lesson. Okay, any doubts up to now? Okay, then let's finish. Let's discuss the other things in next week. Good night.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.